In the footsteps of a lost soul, the adventure of the ferret. The weasel was a small, curious, and somewhat timid weasel that lived deep in a vast forest. Their plumage was in shades of brown that turned to golden yellow, and their eyes were sharp enough to see even the deepest secrets of the forest. The weasel used to wander around the forest every day to make new discoveries, inhaling the smell of flowers, listening to the gurgling of streams. But there was always a feeling of incompleteness in him. It was as if a world was waiting for him beyond the forest, a world he had never seen. One day, he encountered an old owl at the edge of the forest. The owl looked at the weasel with a wise and calm attitude and said, "If there is something you really want to explore, you should first make a journey into yourself." The weasel began to think about these words. I wonder what secrets were hidden in it. The next morning, the weasel made a decision. He would climb to the highest hill of the forest and watch the world from there. He encountered many difficulties during his journey. The thorny bushes pulled his feathers, the rainwater soaked him, and fatigue tried to stop him. But the ferret did not give up. With each step, he felt that the courage in him was growing a little more. Finally, when he reached the highest hill of the forest, the sun was just about to set. Orange and pink tones are blending together on the horizon. The sky was almost like a painter's palette. The weasel held his breath at the sight. At that moment, he realized that the deficiency in him was actually a curiosity and a desire for discovery. He realized that no matter how big the world is, the real journey is within himself. The owl's words came to his mind. You have to make a journey into yourself. The weasel was braver and wiser now. When he returned to the forest, he knew that he was accumulating a new story with every step. And from that day on, even the smallest creature of the forest came to him to listen to his stories. The weasel was no longer just a weasel. He was a passenger who is constantly making discoveries both in the outside world and in himself.